So, moving on. Let's take a look at the weapons in our organizing arsenal here. We're going to start off with the easiest, the cheapest, the most basic, and that is your baggies. Boom. So, everybody knows you can use baggies, Ziploc bags, to organize board games. I'm not breaking any barriers here, but I do use these. I like them because they're cheap, they're flexible, they're great for like really small games or small games that I want to be able to travel really easily. So I have an example here, Las Vegas. Right. You got this big box. Here's the game. One bag. This can fit damn near in my pocket, right? And it contains the entirety of this edition of Las Vegas. So when I go and visit my friends in Kansas City or elsewhere across the country, which makes it sound like I have a lot of friends and I'm like a traveler, like Gandalf or something, which is not true. I'm mostly a homebody, but when I do, or when I go into work and I want to play something with some friends, Las Vegas is an obvious one because it's just a bag, So I got these on Miniature Market. These are G&G Supplies Bit Baggies. So they're specifically for board games. Obviously, this is for the discerning OCD nerd. Ziploc bags from your local grocery store will work just as well. I just wanted them all to be kind of a piece and have a certain, and kind of look the same, and so I wanted multiple sizes, so I went with these instead of your Ziplocs. So you can organize a whole game in just one or two of these bags. You can also, what I've found is really useful, is I will use these for stuff like this. Gloomhaven. This is Jaws of the Lion. So, Gloomhaven comes with its own storage for your characters, for saving your progress. But, these suck, basically. First of all, and most importantly, there's a giant hole in the bottom of this thing because it's a cardboard box that you have to put together. Now, I have taped these up in the past, and they work okay after you do that, but it's still not perfect. And so instead of using these, I use one of these 6x9 bags to store my Gloomhaven characters. You can see you can get the miniatures and you can get everything associated to the character into one bag. So I'll use these for games where I need to save progress and there's a lot of parts associated to a particular character, like Gloomhaven, Madara, Shadows of Brimstone. Shadows of Brimstone is the example that I use constantly when it comes to this stuff because that game is an organizational nightmare. That is easily the hardest to solve organizational challenge that, to my mind, for my money, exists in board games.